Hi, welcome to Smack's online help videos. In this video we're going to delve into layouts in a bit more detail. This you may need a little bit of HTML knowledge, but it's very interesting because you can really customize the site exactly the way you like. We can also help you with customizing the system. So let's look and see how we customize layouts. So hopefully you've watched the previous video, Introduction to Layouts, and now we're going to a bit more detail now. So what we have, let's look at our layouts the way we've got this at the moment. So we've simplified it. Let's just take this off so we can simplify this page. All the different pages can have different layouts, but we're just going to focus on news at the moment. Okay, so we've got material design, this one here. We're seeing the two edit buttons here, which means that we've copied a preset, which means now we can set up our layout. Okay, so let's look at the search results page first. Let's just get a quick idea of what we're doing. So we've got news. This is the search results page. So okay, so let's now go into that and see how we can change things. Layouts, search results page, edit. Let's get rid of this copy. See that. Okay, so this is the HTML that is making that work. Okay, so if we want to add any new placeholders in here, we can do so. So this is where we look in here. So the placeholder, when we see the placeholder, we can see the $sign and the end of the $sign. And what that does then is it looks into the database and sees what we have to use for that. So we've got categories in here. Let's have a look at web pages, blog, press. So we can see here we've got various, we call placeholders. Okay, so you can see this one here. If we put this one in this page, we'll see the file to download. Okay, this one is the date the date updated, entered. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, so this is an example. So at the moment we've got a very basic layout. We've got the title, we've got a summary, we've got a link URL, we've got an image source. This is basically sourcing the image that we've uploaded. So now we're going to have the have we got the date on here? Let's have a look. No, we haven't got the date. Okay, so we're going to put the date now on this page. On the when we look for listing the news all, we're going to see a date as well. So let's take that date, copy that. Okay, and we copy. Yeah, no, that's cool. Let's have a look and see what that looks like. So we're going to put a line break in there. So with this system, every keystroke is saved, as you can see on here. So a nice way of working with this is to have another window open, and then you can see your edits immediately. So now let's have a look at the page, and we can see date. Okay, so let's now go back on here, and we can see the reason why the date is coming out like that is because certain placeholders are only used for the detail page, not the search results page. So that placeholder, we need to select a different one. So let's have a look here. Which ones have we got? We've got date. It could be that placeholder is not being used. So we'll try let's try this one. So sometimes a little bit of testing on this. Okay, so that one does work. Let's go back on here. Okay, so that's good, because now we can see that the date create no format selector works, and this one doesn't work, which is good, because that means that this is picking up the correct data. Because we could do the same thing, we could say, well, add basket, but if add basket is not relevant to news, then we're going to just see add basket. So, well, let's have a look. And we're going to go now back to our news, and we can see, yeah, the date is really picked up nicely, but add to basket, well, that's got nothing to do with news. So there's a little bit of testing with this, but it's very powerful. So now we can say remove add basket, and we can say news created on, because now it's picking up this from the database, and we're having text in front. We can make this any color. We can do all sorts of things with this. So let's now look at the so news created on. But every item has that now. We can see that we're picking up the data, picking up the placeholders, and formatting to the way we wish. Now we can also set a color on this as well. Now this is where it's kind of handy to have a little bit of HTML knowledge. There's no editor. This is plain HTML. You could even edit this HTML in a external editor as well. That's another way of doing it. So let's have a look now on our thing. We got news, and we can see now we've got the data, the date in red. Okay, so that's the layout on the search results page, but now we're looking at the detail page. The detail page is when we've looked at the news and we actually click on the news to see what's happening. So we've got the title here, we've got published, we've got likes, posted, we've got the main text, we've got a download file in here, but all this as well is completely customizable. So now if we go into here, we can have a look and see how this is set up. The image we upload here is just to give us a reference, that it doesn't impact the website at all. But you can see here we've got placeholders, ratings value, likes value, dynamic media, posted by, entered by, last updated, text, likes button. So you can see it's very, very, very customizable, because we've got all these placeholders here that we can choose to insert on that page, and each one will then pick up the data in the database and reformat to the page. So there's no limit to how this page can look. You could use preset layouts to get started, but if you wish to delve in and get really stuck in on this, then this is the way to do it. So we've got, let's just make a so that you can see how this works. Let's say we've got H1, which is heading 1, black text, title no format. We're going to copy this again, have that again displaying. just to show you how this works. So we've got now the title displaying twice. We can have the title displaying anywhere we like. So we don't need a save, but sometimes I can't help it. So now save, and we go into news, file to download, and we'll see we've got file to download twice, because in our layout we are drawing that placeholder twice. See here. So if we went to say we want this placeholder H6, which is a smaller heading, yeah, and we want, is this going to work, red text? I'm not sure if it is. Let's try it. And then we go into our news and we click file to download. Yep, it is working. So we've got black and red. We go back into our layouts again. So you can see how the placeholders, obviously we're not going to have two titles on a page. It was just to explain how it works. So let's now go to dynamic media. So that would pull in images, videos, slideshows. It works out whatever you've uploaded. If you've uploaded a slideshow, it's going to pull that in. If you've uploaded just an image, it's going to pull that in, or video. Very, very nice indeed. And this is our file. So we could have a download file. We could have leave likes. You know, we could say leave likes, and then rather than just having the likes button, we have a bit of text down here, and we have leave likes. So you can see this is very, very nice indeed. I'm sure we'll do another layouts video, because the listings is where we have stuff for sale. We can search for all sorts of things. This is where it gets very, very interesting. Web pages, diary dates and news, very similar sort of setup. And we'll have another more advanced video as well. So plenty to do with the layout system. Well, I hope it was interesting, and thank you very much for watching.